Hello, and welcome to Palindrome ASMR, the show where I normally speak randomly into a microphone because it makes people relaxed. But today I am going to be making a game using the software RPG Maker MV in an attempt to lull you to sleep with boring technicalities and interesting character writing. Hopefully interesting character writing. Now, there are two goals of this mini-series. Goal number one is to relax you through the use of complicated systems. You see, as you watch this and don't know what's going on, you can treat it sort of like a relaxing, montage, so to speak, I suppose. You can watch without understanding so that you can see it and relax. Now, this game is called Galaxy's Angels. It's a game that is, I made this game because I played a game called Cthulhu Saves the World, and there was a bonus mode called Cthulhu's Angels, where, I know, Cthulhu saves the world, right? But I liked that bonus mode a lot more than the original game, because it was funny, it was witty, and it was totally fourth wall breaking. But in Cthulhu's Angels, you replayed the main quest as the four female characters of the party, and they basically joked around and bantered and broke the fourth wall all kinds of ways. It was a bonus mode, and it was as long as the original quest, but it was infinitely more fun, which is why I wanted to make this game. That was my inspiration for this game. Now, I have just started. All I have is the home base, the four characters, a mailbox, and a hastily put together overworld, the land of Ascendia. So, I will be placing towns and villages and dungeons in this world, and I will be creating monsters to go in those dungeons. Now, the music you are listening to comes stock with RPG Maker MV, and so I assume it is royalty free, and it is copyright free, although I am not exactly certain, but I assume it's okay to play it in the same way that I assume it's okay to play video game music while doing Let's Plays, because this is not a channel aimed at monetization. This is just for me doing something that I love doing, and I also love drinking Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi. I switch between the two weekly. One week I buy Diet Coke, the next week I buy Diet Pepsi for a change in pace, so to speak. So the game right now is simply the girls coming home and getting a message in their mailbox to come to, let's see, where's the mailbox? Here it is. Common events. This is called the edit. Come to Aphrodis Town. I don't know about under cover of night. I kind of think that having a nighttime would be counterintuitive. Come to Aphrodis Town as I have a job for you. I'll be waiting. There we go. That's better. But then alright, I'm having a little bit of trouble writing here. I have to make a decision. At first, I was going to make them wait until nightfall, but I think I'll just leave it like that. And I'm going to introduce them to the open world. ASMR, right? Because this is a ASMR video. This is meant to relax you. So maybe I can add a couple little sounds in. So essentially, what is going to happen is you are going to wait until nightfall, and they are going to be cleaning then, and Zelda is going to talk to all of her friends. So show text, face, Marie. This is how the dialogue system works. You put the name in, and then you put the dialogue in. Hiya, boss. Hiya, boss. What are you doing? Hiya, boss. Let's see. Hey, what is she gonna say? So Marie is a cold, calculating, sort of deal-making, very she's gregarious, but not in the same way that Lucy is gregarious. She's more intelligent in her gregariousness. She is more calculating in her friendliness. She is an elf, actually, so I don't know. Elves are generally more thoughtful and gregarious, and I assume she's also a lot older. I haven't actually thought about their ages yet, but I assume that since she's an elf, she's a lot older than everyone else. In fact, I'm pretty sure that all of the girls are very old, because one is an elf, one is an angel, and another is a beast person. Or maybe the beast person is young. I guess the angel would be very old, the elf would be old, the human would be, middle-aged, maybe 25, and the beast person would be very young, perhaps 10. So I have a representative age range here. I have a 10-year-old beast person, a 20-year-old human, a 100-year-old elf, and a 5,000-year-old angel. So that's the girls here. I'll give you a look at all of them, actually. So here are my actors. There's Zelda. She is the angel. The Aoki actually is what they're called in world, but they're actually angels. And angels are immortal. They were created when the world was created or shortly after. And they interact with humans in the same way that they interact with, they can transport between the heavenly plane and the physical plane. Lucy is a human. She's, human. Janice is a beast person. And since cats and dogs live such short lives, I'm going to make it so that the beast people live short lives too. They develop quickly and they die quickly. So she's probably going to be 11. Let's make her age 11. Lucy would be 22. Let's write this down. Janice. Actually, let's go like this. Let's make a heading. Alright, so she is 5,035 years old. Marie is 112. An elf, 112 years old. Lucy is a human, and she is 21. Janice is a cat person, and she is 11 because cat people grow really fast. And she's middle-aged for a cat person. Sorry, that was the wrong window. Alright, so now you have my actors. And you have been introduced to my characters. If you weren't already introduced them through the other episode. I want these episodes to be viewable in any order. Although, you know, you'll watch the game progress as things go on. So, we're going to talk to Janice. Janice's dialogue is already finished. Hey, boss. Here we go. How's our financials coming? That's what Zelda's supposed to be doing. I'm working on it. It's not... I'm working on it. Is that all? No comments? Marie goes. Marie goes. Is that all? No comments? Alright, let's make this a branching choice. You can say... Ooh, I know. I can add an interesting mechanic. This will be kind of difficult, but I can add loyalty points, where you gain the loyalty of the 3 girls in your squad and the other characters, if I add any, by making choices and talking to them. So you can say... This may be actually kind of complicated and hard to implement, but I think it'll all come to a culmination in the last battle, where you have to decide who comes with you. And I want this all to be under the table. So there's not going to be any pop-up saying your loyalty with X has increased. If possible, I want them to not be aware of this mechanic until the very end, so that they'll play as their heart tells them to play, instead of playing to do stuff. You don't need to know. I'll tell you about our financials. You don't need to know. Wait, I'll be back. Cancel this choice number 3. Should I add a wait, I'll be back? Alright. This is a one-time choice. So, control variables. Marie loyalty. Janice loyalty. And Lucy loyalty. Now these are set at... Marie's loyalty is already set at... let's set Marie's loyalty at 5. Add 1. Alright. Nope. Not Lucy loyalty. Marie loyalty. Add 1. Control variables. Marie loyalty. Subtract 1. Apply. Okay. I'm going to make it so that the loyalties are set at certain numbers based on their personalities. So, right when the game starts, control loyalty, Marie loyalty. I can change these numbers later to balance the game, but let's see. Let's set Lucy's loyalty and Janice's loyalty at 15 and Lucy's loyalty at 20. So I think a minimum loyalty score of 10 or however many I think is normal, is necessary, will be during the last battle. They will decide who gets to stay with you, who stays with you, and who sorry, I'm drinking my Diet Pepsi here. But the idea is to decide who gets to stay and who gets to go. So this game will need to be bug tested probably, but you will also have a morality gauge, so your morality will change based on the decisions you make. I'll tell you about our financials. Honestly, I really don't know how. Honestly, I really don't know how we're going to make it. I thought so. I thought so. I thought so. So, I'm not sure how Marie would respond in this situation. I have to sort of gauge her character and decide what she is going to say. So, Marie is, she's not going to respond by saying, I won't do it anymore, because she's not that kind of person. Probably they've had this conversation several times in the past, because this is starting right in the middle of their relationship, so this is something that's been hashed over before. So right now Zelda is just telling her that right now our financials are in a bad position. So I thought so. She's not going to blame Zelda either, because she's smart and she knows that Zelda is not to blame, and she is not one to blame someone who is not to blame, unless it suits her end goal, in which this case it doesn't. So I thought so, and then she's going to say something. I'm trying to figure out what that something will be. So I thought so. I have an idea. I have an idea that may be our solution. Want to hear it? And then there's not going to be a choice here. Should there be a choice here? There's already one choice in this branching commentary, and I don't need to make it any more complicated. And because they've already chosen to talk to her, I assume they would also choose to listen to this. Maybe, but I don't want to make it any more complicated. And besides, since Marie starts out at 5, changing 2 values in one conversation right at the beginning of the game is a little bit too much. There's a lot of money to be made in... Ooh, I know, this is the start of a quest. There's a lot of money to be made in... There's a lot of money to be made in the fighting rings. There's a lot of money to be made in the fighting rings. Have you ever thought about competing? Zelda. Since she's 5,000 years old, she's probably already fought there before. So, I've got to make her act 5,000 years old. One of the problems with a character that's 5,000 years old is that they've probably experienced everything and are probably very smart and very wise, and so it's going to be very difficult to write a character that's 5,000 years old, but I kind of want to do it. The reason why I made her 324 years old is because I wanted the challenge, because it's something that I think is very interesting. What do immortal characters act like? How would someone with 5,000 years of experience react in such situations? And one of those things is the idea that she's probably already done it. If you give her a suggestion, she's probably already done it and probably already thought about it. Now I have to define how long these girls have been together. I think I'll say about a month. At the beginning of this story, these girls have been together for about a month. So that means that their relationship has already started, but it actually hasn't really matured yet. And so they're still talking about new things. Because if I start their relationship too late into the game, then they really can't talk about anything without already having talked about it before. And I'll have to reference that in their dialogue, which will be very difficult. It will be very difficult to write an entire past for them. I don't want to do it, basically. I did that a couple centuries ago, back when it... No, that's overriding. I can't have her reference this sort of stuff because how would you talk in a normal conversation? I've considered that. She's very reserved with her. I'm not going to make her like hit you over the head with the fact that she's 5,000 years old. I think that's what she was doing before. I hit them over the head with this. I was overwriting. I've got to be careful about that. My intuition says that that would be overwriting. There we go. That is a perfect response. This isn't just a normal, I'll consider it. This is a thoughtful, I'll consider it. She's ending the conversation here and saying, I'll consider it. And then Marie is going to get mad and say, is that it? Is that all you have to say? See, Zelda, maybe she's going to be a person of very few words. Or at least in some situations, she's going to be a person of few words. So, she doesn't really explain herself very much when she knows she doesn't have to. Come on, you have to admit my idea, because Marie is kind of on the gregarious side, so come on, you have to admit my idea is... I even have a connection. And Zelda ends the conversation here. I understand. Now, the reason why Marie calls Zelda boss is to help the flow of the conversation. She calls Zelda boss because it's like a moniker. It's like a indication that she is this personality. It's not yet overwriting. If I it's not yet on the side of too much, but it's like a little verbal quirk that I'm adding in there because it just flows in my head a little better. Marie is just in my head the kind of person who would call her boss boss. It's kind of a disrespectful term. Like it shows that she really doesn't truly respect Zelda when she calls her boss. She doesn't truly hold Zelda in the regard that like Janice holds Zelda. So that's why she calls her boss. It's a little indication of their relationship. So Marie says, whatever you say, just keep it in mind. And then switch, control self switch A. So basically control self switch A. Let's see, Marie, and she's going to be like that, and it's going to be custom route. Sorry. This is basically just making her random walk through the house. So. All right, Marie. Nope, not Lucy. Marie. Now, when you say you don't need to know, Marie is just going to be like, all right, whatever. Because she doesn't truly care about this yet. She's just calculating it in her head. It's just one of the many irons she has in the fire. All right, whatever you say. Control self switch A. So they're both going to go to the same page. And this page is going to be when you talk to her a second time. Yeah, when you talk to her a second time. Does this flow? Alright, so I'm going to start I'm going to have to start two save files. One save file where I choose all of the minus loyalty points, and another save file where I choose all of the plus loyalty points. And I'm going to have to play through all of the conversations twice, basically. Alright, let's see. When you don't need to know. Alright, whatever you say. And then she's going to say, I'm cleaning here. Yeah, she's just going to say, cleaning sucks. Why do I have to do it? She's complaining. She's that kind of a person. She complains about stuff. So, I hope you enjoy the endlessly looping background music. There's really nothing I can do about that. This is just how making a game goes. You just listen to this background music on infinite repeat. Alright, so this involves a lot of playtesting. So let's... There we go. Now, continue. File 1. Alright, let's see. There we go. Now, we enter the house. And Zelda is like this. And we already talked to Janice. So, well, no, we have to talk to Janice again. Because... Alright. Alright, talk to you later. Basically, I just did that to trigger. Now let's do this. See, I changed the background music. Isn't that great? Now, we're going to save one file here, and save another file here. The top file is going to be... Ooh, that doesn't flow very well. That does not flow very well. I do a lot of this. Fine, I'll tell. Let's see. Let's see. This is basically going to be an introduction to the loyalty system. It's an easy choice. Obviously, there's no consequence for saying you don't need to know, but it's a introduction to the concept that you can make choices about how you interact with these characters. That's why there is no true reward for minusing loyalty points, because normally in this game mechanic you would get a monetary or some sort of reward for losing loyalty points. It's like a trade-off instead of just being a jerk, because in this position you would just saying you don't need to know would just make you be a jerk, but they don't know that. So this is basically just an introduction to the concept. So that didn't flow very well. Let's add let's see. Alright, so let's see how how the rest of the conversation flows. Oh wow. It's a glitch. That's a glitch. Alright, let's fix that. Yeah. We're gonna have to do that, because I'm not sure how we're gonna fix that. Alright, so now that we have our first one where they do the plus, let's save file 1. Now let's game end to title, continue, file 2. There we go. Save file 2. Alright, now let's do Lucy. Lucy's dialogue. Now, as you can tell, making a game involves a lot of thought and a lot of work for a very small amount of actual playtime. So, let me see. How are we going to interact with Lucy? She's gonna be singing. Whoa, oh. Whoa, fighting a bear. Fighting a bear. It's going to be a nonsense song, basically. And then Zelda is going to be... And then she's going... Nope, nope, nope. And then Lucy's going to be like, oh, hey, Commander. Alright, oh, hey, Commander. What are you up here for? And then Zelda is going to say... Just checking on you. Lucy is going to say, "Oh, Commander." Or, yeah, not "Oh, Commander." You didn't have to. You didn't have to. You didn't have to. I'm doing fine. Thanks. And then Zelda is saying, we'll say, I don't think I'll need choices here. Alright then. Alright then. That's a little bit of an awkward conversation because they don't know what to talk about, really. Because they're such different people. So the conversation flows a little bit awkwardly. So let's control variables. Girls talk to. Okay, add one. Add one. Okay, apply. And then self switch A. New event page. Lucy. Self switch A. And then she's going to say. She's going to be singing again. Yeah, yeah, wash up on the beach with a ball. Yeah. Obviously, that's a reference to Castaway. I don't know why I put that in there. Let's see. Now that we have the home base all set up, it's time to add some text. Add some various. Alright, this is where I start making jokes. Hey, you there. Yeah, you. What are you looking at? So, okay, that can be a joke in this world. The objects are... Some objects are sentient. So, let's see. You know, what would happen if you put... What would happen if you put a thin stick of graphite into him? What would happen if you put a thin stick of graphite into a mechanical delivery package? Genius! Since this is, it's meant to be a lighthearted comedy. It's... Well, I mean, there's supposed to be comedic elements. As I'll show you the item, some of the item descriptions. So, chugging this may have unintended concentrations. A spelling-based loophole in the law makes it legal to get high. Consult your doctor before trying potion. So basically, these are breaking the fourth wall. So basically, these are hidden Easter eggs, essentially. And they're like the things that... I actually like games or things where you learn halfway through the game that there are hidden Easter eggs everywhere. And it makes you want to go back and replay the game and search for all the hidden Easter eggs. Like when I'm reading a webcomic, and halfway through the webcomic, I learn that there are mouse over texts. I usually go back to the beginning of the webcomic and reread the entire webcomic with the mouse over texts. And this is somewhat in the same vein. So that's why I'm writing these things. Alright, let's see. Let's delete this bear. Oops. Oops, I accidentally messed up there. There we go. Now, now let's make an event. There we go. Let's see. Hug me, please hug me. I'm so lonely. Oh, that's wonderful. Actually, let's move this event. Alright, well, let's test these out. Let's test these out. No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. Alright. Looks like I'm gonna have to copy, paste, and then edit this and none. Alright, and then I'm going to have to copy this and place them all around it so that you can access it from either side. Alright, what else? No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Why can't I make this? Ooh, because the priority is below characters, that's why. Priority below characters, same as characters. There we go. Now it'll work. See, that was a technical thing. Took me a while to figure it out, but I'm kind of proud for figuring that out. There we go. That works. That works. Now let's put one up here. Let's put one up here. Okay, wait. We're gonna have to redo this here. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Yeah, it's gonna sing the little teapot song. The tea set is gonna sing the little teapot sound. Where's the tea set? Ah, God. Alright, looks like I'm gonna have to use this table here. Alright, whoop, actually, alright, see, I'm working technicalities here, and, well, actually, my voice, I'm starting to lose my ASMR voice. This isn't so much, ASMR anymore. I'd completely forgotten that portion of the, same as characters image. My fan just turned off, if you were noticing. Let's see. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. There we go. That works. Alright. We are done with this portion of the game. Now it is time to create a Syndia town, or what is it called? Aphrodis town. Yes, Aphrodis town. First off, we are going to have to decide where the home base is. The home base is going to be, I'm going to have to figure out. Let's see, the home base will be this icon. And the home base will be located right there. Perfect. Alright, let's zoom out. Now, personally, I really don't like random encounters. Random monster encounters to me are, they're just, I don't like them because I like to move freely. And so all of the monster encounters in my game are going to be flagged. They're going to be choke points in dungeons. And when you reach these choke points in the dungeon, you are going to have to fight a monster. And these monsters are going to be, unless you're in a leveling area. Unless you're in a leveling area. An area specifically designed for, or rather, I'm not sure how I'm going to handle monsters in this game, to be honest. So, let's zoom in a little bit so we can see better. And Ascendia Town will be right here. And for the first... Alright, now I'm not so sure. Okay, so here is another moment where I am going to think about what I am going to do. How I am going to basically craft my game. I'm going to have to make a couple of decisions. So, Ascendia Town is going to take me a while to create. I'm not sure how I am going to deal with the night, essentially. So, let's see, home base 1 of... Alright. Yeah, I don't think there should be a back out. No, because if you accidentally press escape, I want you to be able to try it again. Okay, so let's just control variables, girls talk to, okay, add 1, okay, apply, copy, paste, apply. And then we have the 3. And so when you come back outside, 2 equals 3. This happens automatically. And then show text. No, wait. First, what happens is let's see. Change parallax, change location info. Here we go. Tint screen. Night. Okay. The screen gets tinted at night. And then we show text. And then let's see. Lucy is going to say. It's this late already. And then Marie. Oh, wait. I think I'm going to do this differently. Alright, so once you talk to the 3 girls, girls talk to equals 3, auto run. Let's see, fade out screen, tint screen, night, okay. Change party member, Lucy add, change party member, Janice add. Now, there's not much interesting stuff going on here. Marie add. This is the technicalities of, let's see, fade in screen. Alright, let's set movement route player down, 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 down. So you can see all 4 of the... And then Lucy says... Nope, Lucy. Yeah, Lucy. I can't believe it's this late already. And then Janice says... Now, Janice is the one to add, we should get going because she is the most conscientious out of them. I am a psychology student, and conscientiousness is one of the big 5 personality traits. Ocean, openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. Those are the big 5 personality traits. And Janice ranks high on the conscientiousness scale, while Lucy and Marie rank high on the extroversion scale. Janice ranks high on the agreeableness scale. Marie ranks low on the agreeableness scale, and pretty high on the conscientiousness scale. But you can get, mired up in these technicalities if you so wish. We should get going. I'm worried about whoever assigned us this job. Alright. And then Zelda will say agreed. Zelda will say agreed. Agreed. Let's go. What's it called? God. Aphrodite Town. It's just to the north. Agreed. Let's go to Aphrodite Town. And then a little helpful tip. Aphrodite Town is just to the northwest. Aphrodite Town is just to the northwest. However, you can explore. Can explore the... Aphrodite Town is just to the northwest. Or, you know what, I'm going to make this so that you automatically move, so that the nighttime doesn't stretch on forever. Alright. Let's start the player there instead. Alright, quick event creation, transfer, overworld. You are transferred right there. Sigil C, Sigil V, 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 Sigil V. So basically, you can leave the map this way. Alright. Let's test this out. Save changes to the game. Galaxy's Angel. Let's go with file 1. Alright, girls talk to equals 3. We should get going. I'm worried about whoever assigned us this job. Agreed. Let's go to Aphrodite Town. Oops. I forgot to make it turn off at the end. Control self switch A. New event page, self switch A. So it won't repeat endlessly. Alright. Alright, let's talk to Lucy. This conversation doesn't flow. It doesn't flow very well. It sounds very clipped and kind of awkward. Or I said before that it would be awkward. Alright. Cool. We are in the world now. What is the sound for the overworld? Peace. Alright. Let's see. Well, I think... should I go for longer? If any of you have stayed this far, I really appreciate it. I don't know if I actually want to continue for any longer, because I've done enough already. I've worked for perhaps an hour. It feels like it's been an hour. I hope I have relaxed you with my incessant talking and my never-ending dialogue about how I am making this game. I appreciate you coming this far. I really appreciate it. And I think I'm going to end things now. Thank you very much for coming. I will be out with another episode of my regular show very soon. And I will be out with another episode of RPG Maker if this one turns out to be successful. I apologize for the infinite screen. I'm not sure how to get rid of that, and well, I know how to get rid of it. I know how to edit it out in detail, but this file is so large that it will take forever to load into my editor and render, so I would prefer to keep it as unedited as possible. That is the point of this series. Looks like there's no sound going on. Oh well. Let's see. And I will see you next time. I hope you enjoyed this time with me making my game, and I do hope you will have a nice day. This has been ASMR Let's Make a Game with Palindrome ASMR. I hope my voice has relaxed you enough so that you are now asleep, which has been the point of this video. Thank you very much, and thank you very, very much. I don't know how to thank you for coming this far, and I hope you will have a nice day. Goodbye.